In the last class, we were finding out forces in all members of this truss, and we were successively drawing free body diagrams of pins at various heights. And we also learned that we have to select that pin to draw free body diagram in which there are only two unknowns, because we have only two equations of equilibrium for a free body diagram at joint pin. I hope everyone remembers this. Now we will take this forward. So we have already drawn free body diagram of joint B, and at joint B I already know FAB is plus 72, FBC, FBE, FBD all are shown as tensile in nature. I know FBC is equal to plus 135 and FAB is equal to plus 72. So these are the values that I already know. And now I am going to apply two equations of equilibrium, summation fx equal to 0 and summation fy equal to 0. So let us begin with the first equation of equilibrium. If I apply summation fy equal to 0, then fbe is also going to have a component and fbd is also there. So therefore it is not giving to give me the answer of any of a value of any of the force directly. So therefore it is wise to use summation fx equal to 0. So we will use summation fx equal to 0 first, and that leads to plus 135. So you have to understand this. This is plus 135. This FAB doesn't have any component in horizontal direction as it is vertical. Then we have plus 135, that is FBC. FBD doesn't have any component because it is vertical, and now we have component of FBE, and that is towards right, and this is X, this is Y, positive. These directions are positive. So therefore component of FBE is going to be positive, and that is going to be equal to FBE sine phi. So therefore plus FBE sine phi. Phi is 61.93 degree. This must be equal to 0. So that gives me the value of force in member BE, and therefore I get FBE equal to, solve this. I am also going to solve simultaneously with you. So ensure that your calculator is in degree mode. Okay, so let us solve it. So I am going to get FBE as minus 135 into 2 divided by sine of 61.93. So that is 61.93. So I am getting it as minus 305.99. So that is minus 306. Someone should confirm. Muskan, are you there? Can you unmute yourself? Muskan?
Yes,
Yes. Is it coming out to be minus 306 kilonewton? And as it is negative, therefore what is our understanding? Therefore it must be compressive in the nature. Therefore compressive. Are you with me?
yes, sir.
Now, so where is FBE? FBE is along this member. So note all the compressive forces I am plotting in red. All the blue, all the tensile forces I am writing it in blue. So what kind of force this is? This is compression. So I am going to write it in red. So let me write it. So FBE, this force turns out to be 306 kilonewton and compression. Now let us apply summation Fy equal to 0. So if I apply summation Fy equal to 0, what do I get? To this free body diagram, of course. So therefore FAB, it is upward, therefore plus. So I am going to write it as plus 72. Then FBD is downward, therefore I am going to write it as minus FBD. Then FBE cos phi. So therefore minus FBE into cos of 5. But what is the value of 5? Value of 5 is 61.93, and what is the value of FBE? Minus 306. Is there any other force in vertical direction? No. So this has to be equal to 0. Now I am going to substitute FBE as minus 306. So this minus minus will become plus. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
FBD will go on the other side and it will become plus. So 72 plus 306 cos of 61.93 degree. That turns out to be 215.98. So it is 216. So correct me if I'm wrong. FBD is equal to plus 216. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Plus 216 kilonewton. And as it is plus, therefore it is tensile. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now tensile forces, I am going to write it in blue. So which force we are writing now? FBD. FBD. So that turns out to be plus 216. 6 kilonewton tensile. Now this force, if I am correct, we have obtained it using method of sections as well in the earlier class. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
So let us cross verify that. Let me go to your classes lecture number, what was it? Lecture number 29. Yes. So in lecture number 29, if you refer, no, not 29, lecture number 30. So through method of sections, we had obtained the force in member BD as 216 plus 216 kilonewton, and that's what we have got it here, plus 216. Muskan.
Yes, sir.
So whether it is method of section or method of joints, in a given member, force cannot change because the conditions of equilibrium cannot change. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is plus 216 kilonewton tensile in nature. Now, which is the joint for which you will draw free body diagram next? हमारे पास कौन से choice है? You can go for joint D or you can go for joint C. Do you agree with me?
Sir, joint C is done.
Have we done joint C?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means this is 72 kilonewton compressive. I'm sorry. So I have to write it 72 kilonewton compressive. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now I have two choices. I can draw free body diagram of joint D or joint E. Which one do you think should we draw?
E.
Yes, because at D, how many unknowns are there? At D, we have unknown DE, force in member DG, and force in member DF. There are three unknowns. Whereas, if I look at E, I know already the force in member BE and force in member CE. So only two unknowns are there, force in member DE and force in member EG. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So next thing I'm going to draw is free body diagram of joint pin. Joint pin at E. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let us draw that free body diagram. So how does that free body diagram look like? This is the joint P at E, joint pin at E. I am free the joint pin from all external agencies. So free it from all the members, BE, CE and DE and also EG. So we have to free this pin from all these members, but we have to show what these members must have been doing. So I am going to say that all the members must be in tension to start with. So I am going to draw this as pulling the pin, force in member BE. But what is its magnitude? So FBE, we have already found out its magnitude as minus 306 kilonewton. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So please listen carefully. यहाँ पे ही गड़बड़ होती है. You are not going to change the tensile sense of the force. So you are going to show always forces going away from the pin. But if it would have been compressive, as per the analysis done, then you are going to substitute it with sign, and that sign is going to be -1. Minus 306 kilonewton tension is same as 306 kilonewton compression. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we also have force in member CE. So that I am going to show it as FCE. And what is its value? That also is negative. कहाँ से मिला हमें? So from where do we get this force? So look at this. FCE is minus 72 kilonewton. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
You call it as FCE or you can call it as FEC. It doesn't make any difference. So this is equal to minus 72 kilonewton. Once again, I am stressing the point that we are going to show all the forces tensile in nature. If they have been proven to be compressive, we are going to simply mention the sign as negative. Now, what else is there at member? So, in fact, I should call this force as FEC. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So whether it is FCE or whether it is FEC, doesn't matter. It means one and the same. Just because you call the member as CE rather than calling it as EC, it is not going to change the force in the member. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so FBE is drawn. So also I should call this as FEB. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
This nomenclatures hardly matter because member is same, BE or EB. You call it anything. The force in member is not going to change. Now, what about force in member EG? Somebody has kept mic on apart from Muskan. So please off that. Or is this noise from your side, Muskan?
Sir, is it a noise from children like playing?
No. That's fine now. Now it's okay. So now so we have to now draw the force in member EG. So I am going to call it as FEG. Tensile in nature. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
I assume it to be tensile. Similarly, I am going to show this force and that I am going to name it as FED. And I am going to show it tensile in nature. That means pulling the pin. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now what can you tell me about this angle? This angle is phi. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this angle also has to be phi.
Yes.
So I am going to call this angle as phi. I hope you have understood.
Yes, sir.
So is this free body diagram complete now? Yes, we have shown all the forces. Just give me a minute. Muskan, are you there? Somebody has kept the microphone on. Muskan, is it from your side? This hissing noise?
Sir, actually, there's cousins playing down there.
No,
So is
not
it
that noise. That is okay. There is also a hissing noise. Now it has gone. That's all right. So FEG and FED. So what are we going to do with this now? There are two unknowns, FED and FEG. Now any equation of equilibrium we use is not going to matter because FED and FEG are perpendicular to each other. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So let us use summation fx equal to 0. So what does summation fx equal to 0 yield? So you are going to have minus FED, happy, minus of minus 306 into sine phi, sine 61.93. I hope you have understood what I have written. देखो FEB का जो x component है, that is going to be FEB sine phi. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And that is going to be in negative direction. So therefore, I need to assign a negative sign to that. But FEB's magnitude itself is negative. So minus of minus 306 sine 61.93. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Are there any other forces who have their components in horizontal direction? No. These are the only two forces. Therefore, I get FED is equal to 306 sine of 91.63. So can you tell me how much is that?
270 plus 270.
Plus 270. And what
270.
was it by method of sections? Method of sections also yielded the same result. It is plus 270 kilonewton. That means it is tensile in nature. Therefore, tensile. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let us mention that force here. FED is 270 kilonewton. 270 kilonewton tensile. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what are we going to do next? We are going to apply summation Fy equal to 0. So I will write the expression here itself. Summation Fy equal to 0. That gives me what? Tell me.
Minus 72.
Yes. So plus FEC but plus of minus 72. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And then minus FEG. And then we are going to have
Plus
plus
FEB.
minus 306 cos of 61.93. Do you agree with me? देखो
Yes,
FEB
sir.
का component vertical component is going to be positive, but FEB itself has a negative sign in its magnitude. So therefore it is going to be minus 306 point cos 61.7393. This has to be equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So now can you tell me what is the value of FEG? FEG will go on right hand side. That will be minus 72 minus 306 61 cos of 61.93. So how much is that?
Minus 216 kilo.
Minus 306 cos of 61.93. So it is minus 216. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So minus 216 kilonewton, and therefore it is compressive in nature. Now I am going to mention that force here, FEG. So how much is FEG? 216 kilonewton compression. देखो ये प्रॉब्लम जब हमने स्टार्ट किया था at that junction, that time itself I told you that all these members will be in tension and all these members are expected to be in compression. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Because if this is the truss, under the action of this lateral load it is going to bend like this. So therefore you can imagine this side you will be compression and this side will be tension. So all the members on left hand side they will have tension. All the members on right hand side they are going to have compression. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And that's what is now observed. All the members on right hand side they display compression. Now what should we do next? Once we have drawn the free body diagram of E, now we can draw free body diagram of D. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let me copy this figure. So next thing that we are going to do is draw free body diagram. Free body diagram of joint pin at D. So this is the joint pin at D. Free the pin from all external agencies. By the way, in this diagram, I should give a name. This is the free body diagram of joint pin at E. So I have given the name as E. Similarly, this is the joint pin at D. So after drawing the free body diagram, wherever space prevails, there I will give the name as D. Now, what is the force in member BD? It is 216 tensile. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is 216. Now I will avoid writing the names of members wherever possible. Now what is the force in member DE? It is 270 kilonewton tensile. So going away 270. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now what is the force in member DF? We assume it to be tensile. So this is force in member DF. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to show. Just a minute. Let's take this up. And then you are going to have force in member DG. And we are also going to show that as tensile to start with. Done? Free body diagram complete? No, unless you show this angle. So this angle is phi. Agreed?
Sir,
This
135 kilonewton.
Yes, of course. And we have to show this 135 kilonewton as well. This completes the free body diagram of joint pin at D. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, again, you have two unknowns here. कौन से unknown है बताओ? You have FDF and FDG as unknowns. So if I take summation Fy equal to 0, FDF and FDG both are going to have components. So there is no use of taking summation Fy equal to 0 first. First, we should start with summation Fx equal to 0 in this case. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. This 216 kilonewton, which is a vertical force, is it going to have any component?
No.
No. Then this 135 kilonewton, as it is, and it is in positive direction, positive x direction, so plus 135. This 270 in positive x direction, plus 270. Whenever you are once again, let me stress, whenever you are writing down equations of equilibrium, at that time the sign convention is for a single force, like towards positive x positive, towards negative x negative. It is not the sign convention of member force, tension and compression. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what about 216 kilonewton? No component. What about FDF? No component. What about FDG? FDG का component रहने वाला है plus FDG. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Plus FDG. What should I write?
Sine 61.93.
Sine 61.93. Happy?
Yes, sir.
This all has to be equal to 0. And therefore, what is FDG? Tell me. FDG therefore will be equal to minus 135 minus 270. Whatever is the answer, that divided by sine of 61.93. So are you getting it as 459 minus
Yes, sir.
459? So FDG DG is minus 459 kilonewton, and therefore it is compression. Therefore it is compressive. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And that I am going to write down here. So what is the value of FDG? 459. 459 kilonewton compression. So you can observe all these inclined members are in compression, horizontal members are in tension. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now how do I get force in member DF? So for that I will have to apply summation Fy equal to 0. And what does summation Fy equal to 0 give me? Plus 216 minus FDF minus FDG. बोलो FDG क्या लिखो? Cos of
61.93.
61.93. This must be equal to 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And what is the FDG value? FDG itself is minus 459. So minus of minus is going to become plus. Are you with me? So what is the value of FDF? 216 plus 459 cos of 61.93. So it turns out to be 432. Tell me if it is right.
Yes,
FDF
sir.
turns out to be plus 430
430.
kilonewton. And as it is positive, therefore it is tensile. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let me now write down this FDF value here. कितना आया 432 and tensile. So I will write it in blue. 432 kilonewton tensile. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So अब क्या बाकी है? You have now only one force remaining, and that is in which member? That is in member FG.
FG.
So should I draw free body diagram of G or should I draw free body diagram of F?
Any.
Anything will be okay. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now to calculate force in member FG, it is mandatory to calculate reaction. Unless I calculate the reaction, I will not be able to do free body diagram of F or G, joint pin at F or G. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
तो FG में जो फोर्स है वो निकालने के लिए क्या हमें रिएक्शंस कैलकुलेट करने पड़ेंगे? हाँ पड़ेंगे. तो क्या ये रिएक्शंस हमने ऑलरेडी कैलकुलेट किए हैं? Yes, we have calculated those reactions. And what are the reactions? So VF हमने ऐसे दिखाया था. And that upward is minus 432. That means this reaction is downward. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And which was obvious. जरा देखो ये सारे lateral loads है. So therefore, this truss, if I draw it in the skeletal form, in its skeletal, ये जो truss है, how is it going to bend under this loading? It is going to bend like this. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And when this happens, there is a tendency of this member getting lifted up. And therefore, to pull this joint down, this reaction must be downward. And that's what has turned out. This is minus 432. That means it is downward. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And this reaction, we had shown it in this fashion, but we know all the forces are in this direction. So reaction has to be in this direction. And that turns out to be minus 405. So negative sign was obvious. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
These are the reactions. And what is the reaction at the other end? Here the reaction was upward plus 432. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So these were the reactions. Now tell me, should I draw free body diagram of G or should I draw free body diagram of F to get force in member FG? Bolo.
F.
If I draw free body, because at F I have very less number of forces in comparison with G. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
So therefore, let me draw free body diagram of F, joint pin at F. So I am drawing that next. FBD of joint pin at F, and that gives me what? Chalo, let us draw that free body diagram. So it is upward minus 432. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Then towards right, you are going to have minus 405 kilonewton. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And then force in member FG, I am going to consider it as tensile in nature. And force in member DF is 432 tensile. No issues. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
432. And now what should I apply? Summation fx equal to 0 to this free body diagram. So what does it give? Force in member FG plus minus 405. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Is 0. So what is the value of FFG? FFG is equal to plus
Plus 405.
405 kilonewton, and therefore it is tensile in nature. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So let me write down this final force here. Uh, how much is that? 405 kilonewton. 405 kilonewton tensile. So this is the answer to the problem. We had to find out forces in all the members. So there are two ways of reporting the answer. You can report the answer on sketch like this, where next to the member you are writing down all magnitude of force in specified system of units and its nature. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Or you can make a table. So table looks like this: serial number. Are you with me?
Yes.
So then member. So you can designate the member by its name, such as AB, BC. Then magnitude of a force, let us say in kilonewton, and then nature, whether it is tensile or compressive. So you can as well report the results in this tabular form. Are you with me?
Yes.
So any one of the style of answering is all right. I prefer this way because in one glance I can see the forces in all the members, and this also helps me to give the checks. For example, uh, if by mistake this 432 I would have got it as compressive, by looking at table I will not be able to understand that it is wrong, but by looking at the truss here I will be able to immediately say that there is something wrong, because all the members on left hand side must be tensile. Are you with me in this truss?
Yes, sir.
So I prefer this style of answering. It's up to you, you can choose any one of these styles. I am not going to write down the answer in this tabular form, that you write on your own. You have all the forces you in all the members. Happy? So we are now going to summarize. Let us take a break here and let us summarize. So we have seen two types of methods. कौन-कौन से method है? बोलो. Method of
Section
sections and method of joint.
join.
When do we use method of sections? When forces in selective members are of importance. सिर्फ वही हमें कैलकुलेट करने हैं. उस टाइम हम कौन सा मेथड यूज करेंगे? मेथड ऑफ सेक्शंस. बट इफ यू वांट द फोर्सेस इन ऑल द मेंबर्स, then you have to use method of joints. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you are using method of section, now let us write down the comparison. Method of section, and for that I will also copy here the problem that has been solved using method of section, so that everything is put in the perspective. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
हमने मेथड ऑफ सेक्शन से भी ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किया है ना, उसका सॉल्यूशन मैं यहाँ पे पेस्ट करता हूँ. लेट मी पेस्ट इट हियर. So don't worry about whether the handwriting is readable or not. This is just to make a comparison. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this was method of joints, problem number 52, जो हमने अभी सॉल्व किया. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Joints. And now this was method of sections, जो यहाँ पे मैंने already mention किया है. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And now let us write down the differences. Method of sections and दूसरा है joint. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the first point in the difference? When do you use this method? So इसका use कहाँ पे है? That is the first point of differentiation. So when do you go for method of sections? When forces in few of the members are to be analyzed. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Forces in few members. Okay. Then when do you use method of joints? When forces in all the members are required. Happy?
Yes, sir.
All members of a trust are required. I am not writing down it in longhand. You understand? Members of all the forces. Members of trusses. Forces in all the members of trusses. Trusts are required. Are you with me? This is as far as the use is concerned. Now second point. चलो मेथड ऑफ सेक्शंस में आपने फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम किसका बनाया बताओ.
Section we took section.
So you draw the free body diagram of a part of a truss above or below the section. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So in method of sections, you are going to draw free body diagram of part of a truss. Part of a truss. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, in method of joints, आपने free body diagram किसका बनाया?
Pin at the joint.
So in method of joints, we draw free body diagram of pin at every joint. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, in free body diagram, now the description of the point of differentiation is same, free body diagram. If I draw the free body diagram of a part of a truss, what kind of force system do I end up with? Coplanar but non-concurrent. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So this gives me coplanar but non-concurrent force system. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Whereas in method of joint, what kind of force system do I get? I always get concurrent and coplanar force system. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
So I get coplanar and concurrent force system. This is the second point in the free body diagram head itself. Now, tell me how many equations of equilibrium are applicable for a free body diagram drawn in method of sections?
3.
Yes. So here I have 3 equations of equilibrium. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Whereas in method of joints, how many unknowns, how many equations are available?
2.
So only 2 equations of equilibrium are available. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. So obviously, now we are going to talk about free body diagram हम किसका बनाए जरा देखो. Or in other words, let me talk about how do you select. So these are the differences for method of joint and method of sections. That's done. Now second thing I am going to ask is how do you select a section in method of sections? कितने equations available है बताओ? 3. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So if the section passes through more than 3 members, section cuts more than 3 members, क्या होने वाला है? You are going to expose more than 3 unknowns. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So then it will not be solvable by using equations of equilibrium. Therefore, we prefer section to pass through not more than 3 members. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So section does not pass through more than 3 members because we have only 3 equations of equilibrium available. And you should have only 3 unknown forces in free body diagram. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Second, the section must make 2 distinct parts of the truss. So section लेने के बाद जो members कट हुए हैं वो member छोड़ के बाकी कहीं भी truss का connection नहीं होना चाहिए. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
वो parts का connection नहीं होना चाहिए. So therefore section should be chosen. Section should be in such a fashion that it divides the truss into distinct parts and it cuts not more than 3 members. Typically, there are few cases where you can allow more than 3 members to be cut, invoking the symmetry of loading and support conditions. वैसे वाले problem हम solve करेंगे, but those are tricky problems. But generally, in method of sections, the section should not pass through more than 3 members. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, in method of joints, कौन सा joint select करना है ये हम कैसे decide करते हैं? Only that joint should be selected which doesn't have more than 2 members connected. Do you agree with me? Or more than 2 number of forces as unknowns. Why? Because every joint we have only 2 equations of equilibrium. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this number of equations guide you to select a section in method of sections, whereas in method of joint, it selects you which joints FBD to be drawn first. So chronology of drawing FBDs is suggested by these two equations of equilibrium which are available. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us start with the next problem. Let us do one thing. Today we will stop little early because I don't want to start a new problem and then we should not hang in between. So today we are going to stop here. I hope so you have understood method of joint and method of sections. Is there any doubt in method of joints and method of sections, Muskan?
No, sir.
Okay. If anyone else has any doubts in method of joints and method of sections, raise it now. Or else you can write your name and roll number in chat box and you can leave the meeting.